Guys, so yeah, this is the second video for today. I actually hope I can upload it by today, and I'm gonna try to make it fast. One, because you guys are on my hand, and so I won't probably last too long holding the phone, and two, the light's kind of going out on me here, and three, I forgot my third reason. I actually don't want this to like cut off on me or whatever. But anyway, I don't know which angle to put you guys on. Right now I'm at here, but I don't know if you guys can hear me there or if there's just like a crazy amount of wind. But anyway, I wanted to talk about, I hope I should really do like a test and just to see if you guys can hear me. If not, I'm so sorry. Do raise the roof with your volume. I wanted to talk about the clothing industry. I guess how like satanic symbols and all of this crazy stuff has been kind of creeping in on society. Now, I do know, I'm aware of the fact, because I used to dress this way, that within the metalheads and within the goths and all of that stuff, this type of clothing has always been there, you know? But once you start seeing preps wearing pentagrams and Ouija boards on their shirts, what is up with that? Like, you know something is up. And then, shut up, crow. Dude, how weird would it be if that thing like passed by and like took a dump on my head? It wouldn't be funny actually, it'd be pretty disgusting. But what was I saying? Oh yeah. So, I don't know guys, like I find it a little odd. And also like one of the things, I guess cause I've mentioned before, I guess in comments and stuff, I'm really into like, I'm not like into the Illuminati as in like I support them, but I'm really into like conspiracy theories and all of that stuff. So one of the things was that like, you know, the satanic movement, but okay, let's get one thing straight. I don't mean the little teenagers or young people who think they're satanic and who claim Satanism has nothing to do with worshiping Satan, and it has nothing to do with child sacrifices, because I'm not talking about those. I'm talking about like the legit freaking Crowley and what is it, like Levi or whatever his last name was, Levi or Anton something. I can't even say his name. I know you all know him, but you know, the freaking bald dude whom in his deathbed was claiming to God for forgiveness. Yeah, that guy. I mean, wouldn't you think, like, let's go with Crowley. I always like wonder, like, why are people so stupid? This guy claimed that he could live forever by freaking like drinking child blood and almost being like a vampire, you know what I mean? And he's dead, right? So you would think that his followers would be like, okay, maybe his teachings got nowhere, maybe we should just drop this and try something new. But no, you know, you still have people following his teachings. Oh, but they claim not to worship Satan, although they do have a strict margin as to how they worship Satan. But anyway, and then this other guy, that Anton Levi or whatever his name is, I mean, obviously he died too, right? He wasn't immortal, he died. And two, like oh my god, everybody like wants to know what I'm doing. And he claimed to, you know, all of this, he had like this crazy church in freaking like California and stuff. And for the first time in my life, I'm getting attacked by mosquitoes. I don't normally get bitten by mosquitoes, at least not this badly. But anyway, so, you know, he claims that he was like a strict follower and this and that and yada yada. And on his deathbed, reports say that, I mean, obviously I wasn't there, so I can't be like, this is exactly what went down. But reports do say, and even if people he knew and that were there claim that this guy was, you know, in his deathbed, claiming to Jesus, claiming to God, like, you know, what I did was very wrong, I'm sorry, and this was very wrong, it's so wrong, and this and that. Like, you know, he was getting like revelation as to all the crap he did. Yet his daughter just takes up the church in her arms and continues the legacy. It's like, your dad just died saying everything he did was wrong, yet there you go and do it. You know what I mean? Like, how blinded are some people that it's just sad. Like, it's sad how trapped they are, that they don't really, like, no matter how bluntly obvious in their face it is, they just don't pick up on it. You know what I mean? So anyways, back to like the clothing industry, and it just doesn't apply to clothing industry. I was seeing, I don't know if you guys have heard of Tomorrowland. It's like some music festival of some sort or another. If you guys have a conspiracy, Illuminati knowledge background or whatever, go check out the, like, what's it called? It's not like a debunking, it's a, is it called a debunk? Is it? No, it's not. What is it called? Like, kind of when they dissect the video. I know RoundSaturnsRing, it's a channel on YouTube. I would tell you guys I would link it, but as always, I never link crap. But I will write it down at least. It's because linking is so complicated on phones and stuff. By the way, I broke my phone again, and I don't know, it just made things like a whole lot more complicated because I keep filling up this phone with the videos and stuff. But that was scary. So what was I going with this? Oh yeah, so if you guys check out into like Tomorrowland, even without checking out this guy's video, I want to know the word, and I know it's gonna pop in my head like after I finish doing the video. And it's not dissecting, it's not debunking, or is it debunked? Unmasked? I don't know, basically, like, you know what I mean, right? Like when they bring to light all of the hidden stuff. But even without that, like even just seeing like just the logo, I wish I could put it here, but like I said, I don't really edit. And but just the logo alone is like, what the crap, you know what I mean? It's I mean, it has the freaking eye on top, it has the butterfly, and for those of you that know about like the whole MK Ultra mind control and whatnot, a freaking monarch, a butterfly or whatever is their main thing, you know what I mean? So it has the butterfly with the one eye, and then it talks about unleashing the spirits and I don't know what. So anyways, at this one event they had one, I think the first one was somewhere in the UK, England, somewhere out there, and the other one was, they made a second one somewhere here in the US, and now they're making a third one in Brazil, I believe. So I know one of them has to do in September, somewhere around September. I think the one they're doing here is like September 23rd or something, which I don't recommend you to go to, guys. Like seriously, just don't. The whole thing, if you do go watch the video, I really wish I had the, not the balls, but I really wish I had the non-laziness to post the link down below, because it's just so, this whole editing thing is just so complicated on a phone. Anyways, where's I going? It's because there's grass like touching my legs and it's freaking me out. Tomorrowland. So that bird just scared the crap out of me. So what else do they have? Oh yeah, so they passed like a little clip. I guess somebody's recording the event, and in this one part, okay, I expect this, like I said, metalhead show, you know, a freaking hardcore rock show, something like that. The crow's like, what are you talking about? But you know, in a rock concert, you don't expect this to be in some music festival full of preps and jocks and all of that kind of people. Nothing against them, but I'm just saying, because like I don't know, I'm not good at labeling people anymore. That was like so when I was in high school. But just the people that like that style of music. Where's it going? Oh yeah, so somebody's like recording, right, part of the event, and to one screen they're flashing a crud load of triangles, and as if that weren't obvious enough that it's just something really weird, out of nowhere they flash a pentagram with Baphomet, or like his face just there, you know, like God rebuke him, right? But it's like, what? And then they go back to flashing triangles. It's like, did nobody pick that up? Did nobody wonder what the heck something so dark and weird and the weird is doing there? Like nobody stopped to be like, hey, okay, where am I at? What am I listening to? So anyways, in the opening of these events, it starts off with this huge book, and this book is ordering you to like scream so the spirit of the book can come out or whatever. And there you have it, thousands and thousands upon thousands, because that's about how many people go there, screaming, just screaming their brains out. And out comes a face from the book that starts talking weirdnesses, and it kind of reads them the 10 good commandments, which sounds to me like a mockery of the 10 commandments from the Bible. And I mean, if you don't know already, the devil is a good imitator, you know what I mean? That's all he ever does is copy God and his things, you know what I mean? So that sounds to me like a copy. But yeah, guys, if you do want to see more into it, and then if you look into the commercials or into the advertisings that go into for these events, you're like, the crap, all of that for a music festival? Yeah, it's like a friggin' mini movie for a music festival. It's like I had never seen so much effort put into advertisement. And now if you're not good at discerning or like telling apart, you know, like signs and stuff, do go check it out on this guy's channel. I will put his channel's name down below. I can't assure you I'll link it, but I'll try my best. And yeah, dude, like a lot of it you're gonna be like, okay, you're just looking too much into it. But like I've said in a previous video, there's the, you know, the exoteric, I believe is the word, point of view, the, you know, the whole thing, this let's say the commercial, right? It's just like what you first see is at a first glance. That's the exoteric, or whatever the word is. Correct me if you guys know it, please, so I can learn a new word or something. And then you have the second meaning of it, which is going into depth and actually understanding the why of why they do certain colors or why they use certain imageries and stuff. And it just really takes you out there. So I know this had nothing to do with clothing industry, but I felt that was kind of the direction I needed to take this video on or whatever. But yeah guys, I won't take much more of your time. That way maybe you guys would be interested in going and checking out that other video. And God's making it nighttime around here, so I'm gonna go ahead and go inside before these mosquitoes like start eating me and my dog like eats my other dog. I hate that dog being tied, but she's so energetic, dude. Like she'll take off and you'll never catch her. You'll never catch her. And then they like dug under the fence and they'll take off the bricks that we ended up putting there, and they still get out, and then you never catch her. So there's the why she's tied up, I guess, for any animal lovers out there. She is being taken care of. She has like a huge container there, what used to be like a vacuum thingy of water, and she's just fed. I don't know why I'm telling you how much time she's fed a day, but it's just so you know she's not being harmed. I don't know guys, I'm gonna go ahead and go inside and see what is up. And if you guys have any questions or comments about this, or just what are your thoughts on this whole stuff, or do I have any other conspiracy lovers out there? I know Ashley, which was one of my first like inspirations to be making YouTube videos in the first place. I know she's into conspiracies, and I know what's his face. This is another like stoner guy. Oh my goodness, I cannot believe I forgot his name. I used to watch him like all the freaking time. You guys know him. Wow, dude. Magnetoid Rowdy, there you go. I just had a blank out for a little bit. I know he's into conspiracy theories, but I know I know for a fact he no way in heck watches my videos. But I know there's a lot of stoners out there that are into conspiracy theories, so let me know if you're one of them. Also, what kind of conspiracy theories do you believe in? I'm gonna go inside because I am getting attacked by mosquitoes. God bless. Just to add to that, sorry, this is a mess. I'm gonna turn this way. Just to add to that, I forgot I was talking about like the whole clothing industry, and there was like one thing I wanted to add to that, which was, I know I mentioned in the previous clip about how there is like this, well actually I didn't get to, but I was mentioning like the whole, I believe in conspiracies and this and that, and I believe, you know, that, I mean, somebody else has brought it up obviously, and I believe in it pretty much wholeheartedly, about, you know, there being a satanic agenda to split up the families and to just kind of, you know, it's just kind of a long story. There's a lot of other YouTubers that explain it a whole lot better than I do. But there's this other brand of clothing for girls out there, and or at least I've seen it only on girls pretty much. And it says like, I'm no Wi-Fi or like wifey is what I think they're trying to point out to. And I'm pretty sure there's like this whole background to is why the shirt says that, or like, oh, it just means like I'm no Wi-Fi, like I'm not gonna lend you my Wi-Fi password or whatever. But I'm pretty sure there's more to that. And if you guys go into the whole like the plan or the agenda as to how the whole breaking up the families is gonna happen, it is by making sure each person in the family loses their family job, if that makes any sense, which is, you know, the women growing up to be, you know, a wife and a mother. And, you know, if you listen to a lot of the songs nowadays, it talks a lot about being independent. Like songs that go for girls, it talks a lot about being independent, and, you know, you don't need a guy, you don't need commitment, you don't need this. And for the guys, it's kind of the same thing, and it just kind of feminizes them. At least a lot of the songs that I've been hearing guys hear, it's a lot about heartbreaks and, oh, this girl, like, you know, it just makes them look weak, you know what I mean? And as for kids, you know, it kind of like, if you really stop to think, a lot of moms tend to be young for the most part, end up going out and partying and not fulfilling their job as a mother. And you know what I mean? So they leave their children. Obviously, whoever they leave them to is not going to care for them. I mean, if the mom obviously can't care for them, they're not going to care for them as much. Now, if you're leaving your kids to go work, that's another story. But when you're leaving them to go clubbing, you don't know what you leave your kids to, and then they end up being raised by government in schools, by TV, by crazy cartoons. I challenge you to this, whether you have kids or not. Sit down and freaking in the morning, like what's supposed to be cartoons for kids, watch one episode of a cartoon that your nephew watches, or your niece, or your kid, or whatever you may have. Watch one episode, and I don't know, just see how crazy that stuff is. Like, is that really something you want your kids learning? Like, pretty much last time I was at the dentist's office with my son, and all they have nowadays on Disney, aside from the shows not involving parents, because that's one of the things that Disney has done, and then to top it off, who did it? Disney. They have like no parents in their shows. Most of these kids live on their own, or their life is in school, and then the ones that do have parents, they throw them off as stupid and dumb and useless. And you know, like if the kids boss around and like they're the owners of the house, you know what I mean? And then the ones that are cartoons, like animated cartoons, they're all about witchcraft, like fighting witchcraft with witchcraft, or I don't know, they're just really, really crazy. One of them that you could watch is, well, first of all, like the regular show, come on, I used to watch that stuff, but why is it at a time in which a kid can watch it? You know what I mean? I mean, it's a pretty crazy cartoon for kids, you know? At least that's my point of view. For a child of 7, 8 years old, I think that's just way too out there. And have you seen the amount of dirty jokes in the nowadays cartoons? Nowadays cartoons, I can't even talk. But yeah, you guys, like, I mean, before we used to watch like what, Rocko's Modern Life, and I know that guy used to work like at a sex line and stuff. But nowadays it's gotten like really, really up in your face. Like this guy, like the only reason why you could tell was if you could read, because there was like background posters of, you know, the rules and regulations of his job. But nowadays the freaking jokes are like in your face, or characters are making out like freaking psycho. For a freaking 7-year-old to be watching, that's insane. It's like they're really not leaving the how can I say this? Like, I guess they're sexualizing the kids too young, and they're really not leaving any room for the parents to teach the kids about that stuff. And by the time the parent tries to kick in, you know, that conversation with the child, it's kind of too late. But I have no idea why this video keeps losing its point, I guess, because I was talking about clothing, but I don't know, I just kind of go with it. But yeah, I do challenge you to sit down and watch a cartoon and get back at me and tell me what you think. One of the cartoons I would love for you guys to watch, because it's the one that I saw that really, really got crazy on me, was like the 7 Dwarfs or something. And it's supposed to be like the ones from Snow White, but they look nothing like it. The one episode I saw, some witch had done some spell on them. And I mean, apparently now our kids are going to be learning about witches and spells. When before, like what happened to learning morals? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, excuse about that. So yeah, and then like they go off on a witch hunt looking for the witch that bewitched them. And on the process of that, they're having to kiss every single witch. And I don't mean just like a peck, I mean it gets slobbery. I'm like, what kind of crap is this at a dentist office? What kind of crap is this on TV alone for kids to watch? Like, and it was early, so that's pretty much for any toddler to be watching. Like, that is no junk I want my kid watching. So we just kind of keep them off the TV, period. But things are getting a little noisy, so I don't want to make this video any longer than it has to, as I always try and keep it. Once again, God bless you and good night.